This courtroom hearing moves fast, but make no mistake, the consequences here are very real. Imani Robinson is standing before the judge on a motion to revoke probation for repeated failures to report. What starts as a routine probation check quickly turns into a brutal examination of choices, excuses, and credibility. Missed months, a theft history, and explanations that don't quite add up. The judge isn't just deciding punishment, she's deciding whether this defendant can be trusted at all. Watch closely, because this case is a perfect example of how probation can disappear the moment accountability breaks down.
All right, they're going to go get that. While she's getting that, we'll begin. Court is calling 2024 CR 008663 State versus Imani Robinson. Can I have parties announced?
Galloway for the state.
David Andre Woodard for Ms. Robinson.
And are you Miss Robinson?
Yes, ma'am.
If you review the documents entitled Motion to Revoke Community Supervision and First Motion to Revoke Community to revoke community supervision with your attorney, did you understand it? Okay. Are you the same Imani Renee Robinson who was placed on community supervision in 2024 CR 008663 for the offense of theft of property less than $2,500 with 2 or more convictions on December 5th, 2024 for a term of 4 years? Is that you?
Yes, ma'am.
State?
Violation of condition number 4 in Bexar County, Texas. The defendant, Imani Renee Robinson, did then and there fail to report to the supervision officer as directed for the months of May, June, July, August, September, and October 2025 in violation of condition number 4.
How you plead
This is a critical legal moment that often gets overlooked. When Imani pleads true to violating probation by failing to report, she's doing more than admitting a mistake. She's giving the court authority to revoke her supervision entirely. At this point, the judge clearly explains the consequences: up to 2 years in a state jail facility and a fine. This is due process in action. The court is making absolutely sure the defendant understands what's at stake before moving forward. Once a plea of true is entered, the court's options widen dramatically, and leniency becomes much harder to justify.
How you plead to that, true or not true?
True.
Judge, we would abandon the remainder.
Any objections?
No objections, Judge.
Did you understand by pleading true to violation of condition number 4, the court could find it true, grant the motion, sentence you to 2 years in the state jail facility and up to a $2,000 fine?
Yes, ma'am.
Knowing that, do you still wish to plead true to violation of condition number 4?
Yes, ma'am.
Court will find violation of condition number 4 true. Is there a proposed agreement?
Judge, this is the defendant's first MTR. We are asking that the court deny the state's motion and alter and amend her conditions to include the hostility management course and a no contact order with Talian Mackey, and that is TALIAN MACKEY.
All right. So why hasn't she reported?
Judge, when I spoke with Imani regarding not reporting, I think what happened is the new offense had occurred. She knew that she would likely have a warrant, and I think she got fearful of reporting to probation. So instead of doing
Here, the defense explains why Imani stopped reporting: fear of a warrant tied to a new offense. And while fear is human, the court sees it differently. Probation doesn't pause just because someone is scared. In fact, disappearing is often viewed as the worst possible response. This is a moment where viewers should ask themselves, if you know you're in trouble, do you face it or do you run from it? Judges hear this explanation all the time, and more often than not, fear only makes the outcome worse.
Has learned her lesson and will definitely comply with probation. Has learned her lesson and will definitely comply with probation.
Nope.
All right. So this is the 3rd time she's probably learned her lesson from stealing. Why do you keep stealing?
Before I wasn't in a better position than what I am now, and that was something that I picked up in a bad habit.
But a bad habit of stealing?
Yes.
How do you develop a habit for stealing?
It was just something that I chose to do. It was a choice. And
But I mean, I'm just trying to figure out, how do you develop the habit for stealing?
I mean, it just happened, you know, and
Well, I mean,
Something
did you
that
all
was-
plan? Did you all say, hey, let's go to Don and Ben's and take tequila?
Yep.
no, it wasn't anything like that. Like I said, I was in a bad predicament, and I was using that to like pay rent or do any, you know, just
It was at this moment that she knew. She fucked up.
making any
No, I
type
don't
of-
know. Because, and let me just explain to you why I don't realize that.
understand.
Because people will spend money on their wants, but not on their needs.
Right.
And what I'm reading in here, everybody in the vehicle was dressed to the nines. So obviously there was money for clothes, there was money for hair, there was money for nails, there was money for gold, there was money for gold grills, but then people are saying they're stealing for other things that I don't understand.
Right.
And then going to Don and Ben's, the officer said that the car smelled of marijuana, and you all just went to Don and Ben's grabbing tequila. So I don't understand when people say,
This is where the tone of the hearing sharply shifts. The judge points out something devastating. This isn't Imani's first theft, it's her third. And when the defendant calls stealing a bad habit, the judge doesn't let that slide. Theft isn't accidental. It's a series of deliberate choices. The judge presses harder, asking how stealing even becomes a habit in the first place. This exchange exposes a major credibility issue. If someone can't clearly explain their behavior, how can the court trust that it won't happen again?
oh, I needed rent. Who's out here buying stolen tequila?
I don't smoke, so I don't know.
No, I said, who's out here buying stolen tequila? Did you take orders where you just say, hey, anybody want tequila? Because it's saying that you took,
6 bottles.
yes, of tequila, 2 coconut bottles, reposado,
Yes.
and
Regular.
so see, she remembers. So why? So that you all could drink and have a good time. How old are you?
I'm 28. I was 17 at the time, and that was just how I was making my money. There's no excuse for it. I'm not making no excuse for it. And like I said, that's something that I'm not doing anymore.
End of flashback.
What she should have done is first, we're here now in this motion to revoke with months of not reporting. As the state mentioned, this is her first MTR. She has been on GPS monitor since the court set a bond for it, and she's had no issues on the monitor. So we're respectfully asking the court to follow the state's recommendation and try to get Ms. Robinson back on track so that she can successfully complete her probation.
How old are you?
29.
All right, I'm going to give you your choice. These are your only choices. There are no other choices. 1, I can revoke you, and if there's no objection, I'll sentence you.
This is where the defense tries to reset the narrative, emphasizing that this is Imani's first motion to revoke and pointing to compliance with GPS monitoring. While that matters, the judge is focused on something bigger, months of non-reporting. Probation isn't just about avoiding new trouble, it's about active participation. Reporting is the bare minimum requirement. From the court's perspective, wearing a monitor doesn't outweigh prolonged silence. This moment highlights a hard truth in probation cases. Doing some things right doesn't cancel out doing the most important thing wrong.
Sentence you under 1244 to 300 days in the Bexar County Jail. Or 2, I continue you, and as a condition of your probation, you're going to do some jail time. And it'll be 30 days jail. Which do you prefer?
This is the turning point of the entire case. The judge lays out 2 and only 2 options: full revocation with a 300-day jail sentence or continuation of probation with 30 days in jail as a condition. There is no negotiation, no third option, and no delay. This kind of ultimatum shows the court has reached its limit. When judges narrow choices like this, it signals that trust is already damaged. The hesitation that follows speaks volumes. If you were in her position, would you risk probation again or take the jail time and be done?
You need to discuss that with her.
I would like to judge before she makes a decision.
All right, thank you.
Let's go ahead and see.
I'm checking things.
What has your client decided?
Which decision are we going to do?
On the record, let's keep it down.
30 days and continue on 300 days.
I want to be my 300.
All right. Oh, do you have the,
I think I got turned it into the first.
all right, can I have a trial court certification, please? All right, court is finding violation of condition number 4 true. Court will sentence you under, well, the court will revoke. Sentence you to 300 days in the Bexar County Jail under 1244. Give you credit for any time served. There's to be no contact with Don and Ben's, BEN''S, BEN''S. There's to be no contact with Talon, I believe it's Talon McKee.
I believe that was the name the state put on the record, Judge.
All right, is there anything else with regards to sentencing?
No, Your Honor.
All right, let's review the document entitled Trial Court Certification of Defendant's Rights to Appeal with your attorney. Did you understand it and did you sign it?
Yeah.
Yes or no? Did you understand it and sign it? All right, you have a limited right to appeal. That right to appeal is as it relates to the allegations in the motion, not the fact that you're on community supervision. Because this is a felony conviction, you're not allowed to own or possess any weapons or ammunition. If you have a question over what that is, you'll need to speak to an attorney. Do you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, good luck to you.
Thanks, Judge.
Thank you.
Judge, you're taking her to custody, right?
Yes.
Oh.
And I don't know, counsel, if she has anyone here that she has things.
This case ends with the court revoking probation and sentencing Imani Robinson to 300 days in the Bexar County Jail, with credit for time served. The judge also makes it clear that this felony conviction carries lasting consequences, including restrictions on firearm possession and limited appeal rights. The takeaway here is simple but powerful. Probation is a privilege, not a safety net. Courts will offer chances, but they won't chase compliance. Silence, avoidance, and inconsistent explanations carry real consequences.
Things she would like to give to them.
Yes, I thought ourselves, we're gonna do that. We're not, please.
Yes.